In Esia town, Kwara State, north-central Nigeria, still sitting firmly is the first national museum in Nigeria, established in 1945. There's a fascinating myth regarding the first objects housed here, soapstone images excavated from the area where the museum is now situated.
They said people, they were said to be refugees from Odoyo. They were led down here by a famous hunter. His name is Baragban. So during his hunting expedition, he discovered the object in the premises here, and that's why the museum was sited here. So he went back to inform the then elite. So they had to consult Ifa, and Ifa said that this object we are seeing, they are human being turned into stone as a sort of their evil intention. The archaeologists, they have to carry out their own research on this object to really ascertain, are they really human beings or not? But at the end of their research, they propound their own hypothesis. We debunk the oral source.
Tenaciously standing in Kano State is the Gidama Kama Museum. The building itself, a national monument said to have been built in the 15th century, houses the Gidama Kama Museum, which has among its collections in its about 1,000 galleries, historic objects from the pre-colonial, colonial and post-colonial eras.
The youth now, if there's no good publicity, so they don't know even about their culture, they don't know. All what they have been seeing now is this modern buildings, mansion, this thing. That's what is attracting their attention. Not knowing that the old technology, that is the ancient buildings that we have, like this type of roofing that you are seeing now, the ancient type of roofing, it was the technology that has been used, that has now it was being modified to the present technology that we are using.
Kaduna National Museum, established in 1975, has among items on display archaeological and ethnographic artifacts.
This our exhibition is on knock within the context of terracottas in the sub-Saharan Africa. Nok specifically, is an annex we have in southern Kaduna. Yeah, they are the barbers of Nok culture. So it's kind of archaeological collection, but we have some infusions like Kaduna and its neighbors. There are some ethnographic, something from all other, but the main one is not within the context of terracottas within sub-Saharan Africa.
In Benin City, the Edo State capital, the original home of the Benin bronzes, a trilogy of timeline for beginnings is what the National Museum here is said to have. 1947, when Oba Kenzwa II is said to have released a royal collection to form a museum of sorts. 1960, when the National Museum was established, and 1973, when this building was set up. The museum has over time held exhibitions and has had progress. It prides itself on how well it has handled its collections.
We ensure that the temperature is not too high. We ensure that the relative humidity also is controlled. We ensure also that anywhere we see any cracks on our walls through which pests and rodents can come in to come and damage our objects, we control them. We control the lighting also, so they don't damage our objects in the long run.
Just as when we are remembering.
While the curators in these museums believe the facilities have fared well over time, they note some areas for improvement.
The museum is catered for everybody in the society. So we experience more patronage, and indirectly it will increase revenue. Then it will create employment opportunity.
We are even understaffed, and the training is not even there any longer. No money because of the economy of no money. So we need up and doing professionals to be in the field.
The funds that come to the federal government, they have dwindled over the years. So MDs are supposed to see what they can do, generate funds to support the programs that we do. That's not saying the federal government still don't support us. They still give us capital budget, they still give us overhead, the sense of overhead, but not enough to take care of everything.
One challenge in the distant past was the issue of security. The Director General of the National Commission for Museums and Monuments explains that staff are trained on ethics in addition to other measures to keep the valuables safe.
We have put in place some measures to secure our objects and also to guarantee that all objects that are repatriated to Nigeria, especially the Benin bronzes, will be secured.
Patronage is said to have been low. the Commission has a plan to turn that around.
We are now looking at improving the museum environment. That is one thing. But that's not enough. Because most of our youth nowadays are so much attached to their telephones and other devices. So therefore, we need to see how we can take them away from that. But that's very difficult. So therefore, we want to use the opportunity of digitizing our objects so that we will now provide digital platforms for them to access and interact and engage with our objects. And by doing that, they will be attracted to the museums to come and see the real objects.
The Commission emphasizes that even with limited resources, steps are being taken to ensure the continuous training of staff, as well as increased publicity of its exhibitions and activities, as it encourages citizens to stay in touch with their cultural patrimony through the doors the national museums open into their past. Jessica Olubuse, Channels Television News.